Hey guys, how's it going? Kripparrian here. Today I want to give you guys a video on Vol'jin. Now, Vol'jin is a hipster hero. He makes a lot of builds work that typically don't, and that's why I've always loved Vol'jin. He's always been one of, if not my favorite heroes to play as a result, and it is different cases where he excels, different metas as you will, and right now he's actually doing really well. So Vol'jin has always done pretty well with elemental builds, as you know. Flipping stats, locking stats in can get you like a double elemental buff. But with the undead arriving, the attack stacking undead actually gives you another option for flipping stats. There's also powerful stats that you can flip on an increasing amount of higher quality minions. And Menagerie, which is another build that Vol'jin has excelled really well with, is also on the up and up. Actually, the best build in the game right now, if we're speaking technically. And another one is Chronormu. Chronormu is fantastic with Vol'jin because you can sell a bunch of cards, and instead of actually buying Chronormu in the tavern, you can flip it with, again, a higher quality card, which, again, there are more of in the game right now. So that's all pretty cool, and I highly recommend you give Vol'jin a try because I don't see it as often as I think I should be seeing it in my lobbies. Enjoy. No elementals for Vol'jin. No dragons for Tamsin. These are all pretty crappy options.
Another night, another battle. It may not be the most
Yeah, I've been
powerful
following
minion
the
on field, but
earthquake
it's
in Turkey a
brave.
little bit.
My work here is done. Good luck.
It is very tragic. I think it is much more severe and significant than people understand.
You looked, I mean, you did amazing out there.
Unfortunately. 4-2 Arisen Rider would be really good, but I don't know. I guess I'll do this. What does that even mean?
See what happens when you dress for success?
I can't pretend to know where the disconnect is, but I think there is a significant disconnect between the reports and the actual number of lives lost.
Team that extra bit of magic.
This works, I think.
Everyone starts somewhere.
Like the number of buildings that fell to the ground during the earthquakes is way too high for the amount of casualties. For an earthquake of that intensity, for it happening while people are sleeping. And it's also not the easiest like weather conditions, like winter-wise as well. So unfortunately, you know, some people, they may have survived the earthquake and they will still have major issues in the short term. So, you know.
Here's some new recruits. They'll give your team that extra bit of magic.
So yeah, I think the number affected is going to be much more than is being reported right now. The disconnect is a dictator who's suppressing reporting because it makes him look obviously bad. I don't know enough about the political situation in Turkey to say that's happening exactly. I'm not saying it's not. I just don't know.
I found the best minions to... Magical things come in small packages.
Nice.
Like how there's been a ghost who left and I haven't played him yet. You don't think it's even on the government? Again, I don't know enough about that. A natural disaster happening doesn't happen because of a government, but the preparations and response can definitely be attributed to the government. Also, I would say that a savvy dictator can probably spin it around and, you know, just pull it off as a tragedy. So it's hard to say that they're downplaying the numbers intentionally or not based on that. Like, I don't know enough. I just don't know enough to say one way or the other in this case. How to win his putricide. Oh, thanks.
Here's some new recruits.
Hey, I got a ghost
They'll give
finally.
your team that extra bit of magic.
How about that? Is pretty crappy.
What have I become?
Tons of security measures you can enforce in those extremely high-risk earthquake areas. Maybe. I'm not excusing anyone, because I don't know. But usually in areas that have had people
How
living
do I attract all these minions?
like
2 words.
for
Winning
millennia,
looks.
which is the case for Turkey, it is a different ball game.
You looked, I mean, you did amazing out there.
That, I guess.
Is there anything more beautiful than this minion's loyalty? Practice makes perfect.
That gets buffed again. Yeah. What I mean to say is, like, in a lot of those areas, the reason why the houses are often built kind of shoddily or without the consideration for earthquakes and all that, it's because they had a really gradual and long-lasting construction cycle. You can have a house that's like hundreds of years old beside a house that was built 20 years ago beside a house you want to build like right now. You also have this thing where newer cities are built on top of older cities, literally on top of them. I actually don't know why this happens, but this happens. It happens so frequently that, like, some guy like tries to, you know, dig a cellar in his basement and he finds, like, you know, a 800-year-old dwelling, and then they dig a little further and it's a goddamn like Roman dwelling under that, right? It isn't like in California that is what, like 200 years old or something, and it's like, you know, they need to like redo a bridge so it's safe for earthquakes. So they just go ahead and do that, right? It's a big difference. How old is the California area? I don't know. I thought San Francisco was like a 200-year-old city or something like that.
You did amazing out
I
there.
might be wrong about that. I don't know 100%. Built by Romans. Nice. How old is San Francisco? 246 years. Why are you guys making fun of me? Like, I was guessing, and this 200 is a pretty good guess. California was administered into statehood in 1848. Literally the two things I mentioned, if you average them out, it's just around 200 years.
some new recruits. They'll give your team that extra bit of magic. Is there anything more beautiful than this minion's loyalty?
I have tons of attack. The poison doesn't really seem worth it.
There's some good new recruits here. Don't let them get away.
Fine.
My work here is done. Good luck.
Before Mexico owned California, it was owned by Spain, which is in the 1500s. Oh, I see. Not bad. Get wrecked on procs.
I found the best minions to fight by your side.
I guess Blanche is pretty good.
Everyone starts somewhere. There is so much power in this one. Now tame it.
It's terrible. Actually, there's no point in playing that. Like it doesn't have any cards. I can't lose. The turtle won't help. What?
My work here is done. Good luck.
Will that multi-type units actually happen? I suppose you're right.
I knew you could do it.
I actually really like the glow scale.
There's some good new recruits here. Don't let them get away. There's some good new recruits here. Don't let them get away.
This is a whole bunch of nothing. But, it's probably decent against Lich King playing Undead, and there's a second Lich King playing Undead. So, as long as I don't play against Omu and the other guys kill him, I think this is gonna be just fine. Yeah, Magmaloc has some pretty good stats, but it's gonna keep growing, so I don't know if I really want to offload its stats. I might flip with the Blanchy.
Unstoppable.
Might do that. Okay, I just need Omo to die. But I do not think I can beat a Murloc player. Omo crushed the other guy. And now I'm playing him. That didn't work out as well as I would have hoped.
You're my angel investor.
scares me. Except the mice.
Leveling when losing, but I didn't lose.
See what happens when you dress for success?
Pretty good, actually.
Don't worry, you'll get them next time. It may not be the most powerful minion on the field, but it's brave. There's a bit of magic in you. I can tell. That minion will stick with you to the end.
Thought on poison? Poison? I don't even have a murloc anymore. I don't think this is throwing. The strategy here is if I keep the Magmaloc, I have to constantly buy and sell cards, but without Brand, that's pretty pricey to do. I think it's just better to go for it and roll for more important cards.
Amazing out there. There's some good new recruits here. Don't let them get away. Go hire one of those minions to join our team. Come at me.
I'm doing this because I think the Murloc player is going to kill the undead player, so the D reborn cards are not going to be as useful.
Your minions are dependent on you.
The ghost? No, this looks like a win. %. I'm lost. It's kind of bad.
Great in that battle. Power like this was only a dream for this minion until you came along. It may not be the most powerful minion on the field, but it's brave.
Taste defeat, stranger!
Undead Beast Naga. It's a pretty decent chance it gets Divine Shield on its own, yeah.
I know you can win this thing.
That's pretty bad, actually.
Out there, but I know you can handle it.
I'll give you a good price.
You've nurtured that minion, and now it will only love you more. Go hire one of those minions to join our team.
For justice.
Important job gets special bomb. Bullseye.
Keep it up, your minions are dependent on you.
Still win there. No, it's a tie. Get the ghost.
Here's some new recruits. They'll give your team that extra bit of magic.
Golden doubloons.
The frozen winds guide me. The frozen winds. You deserve better. Here, have a go.
For justice.
Surprised this is still going, honestly.
You're unstoppable.
Okay, it's pure scam remains here.
There's some good new recruits here. Don't let them get away.
Nice.
Bullseye.
I think it only needs 15-15.
See what happens when you dress for success?
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I had almost no scaling. It just like barely squeaked through with pure minion quality and bullcrap counters.